I want to talk about how I think of goal making, how I think of planning, of plotting something out. So I think of planning instead of starting something, instead of beginning something. I think of it as though I'm ending something. I mean, when you have a goal, you're planning to an end, right? And so I think of what I'm ending as opposed to what is beginning. Uh, Oftentimes I look at other people and I take cues from them uh, in the sense of trying to figure out how they think about things. And in terms of like how they I shouldn't say think isn't the right word, how they come up with ideas for how they are going to direct the course of their life. And whenever I observe people in this manner, something always keeps coming to the forefront, making itself obvious, and that is that most people, when they're making their plans, what they're doing is thinking of a new beginning. They're thinking of a tomorrow. They're thinking of a horizon. If you follow what I'm saying, they are thinking of something ahead of them that is opening up, so to speak. And I think this is you know it's a way to go about planning, but I think it's the wrong approach. And the reason why I say that is because what in order for one door to open, another must close. And where should your focus be to be the most efficient and effective at what you're trying to accomplish? Where should it be? Should it be should you be focused on the door that is opening up, or should you be focused on the door that is you're trying to close? Well, I would say you should be focused on the latter, because the door you're trying to close, you have to close that door. And once you close that door, the new door opens up all on its own for the most part. And so thinking of a new beginning when you're making plans, when you're working out in your head, the step by step, I think it's a less efficient and less effective way of going about forming, goals and really seeing to your future ambitions. Your soul complete. What is a better way, in my opinion? So this is my personal opinion, and feel free to criticize and condemn and whatnot. Gather a crowd of dissenters with pitchforks and some rope, and tie me to a post and set me on fire to your heart's content if need be. But my opinion is that you should focus, like I focus, on closing that door that needs to be closed, on the end, focusing on the end of the thing that is that pronounces itself when you're contemplating transition. So whenever somebody is contemplating transition, an end will pronounce itself, like childhood's end, right? You you're making that transition into adulthood, and the door to your childhood needs to be closed um, in some practical ways, right? Or else your life will turn into ruin. So it is beneficial to you um, to focus your attention on what needs to be ended instead of what needs to begin, because what needs to begin will begin on its own. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Something to think about. Have a good day. Peace. Meow.